all our flights.
And ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Selina Uitel. I'm your purser on this flight. Once again, a warm welcome on board this KLM flight with destination Amsterdam. And a special welcome to our Flying Blue and Sky Team members. We'd like to draw your attention to the fact that it is not allowed to take pictures or to film crew or passengers without their permission. This due to the fact that it violates privacy regulations. And in a moment we'll start with our flight safety instructions to ensure your safety on board. Dames en heren, goedemorgen. Mijn naam is Selina Uitel, ik ben uw purser op deze vlucht. Nogmaals van harte welkom aan boord van dit KLM-toestel met bestemming Amsterdam. En een speciaal welkom aan onze Flying Blue en SkyTeam-leden. Wij maken u er graag op attent dat het niet is toegestaan om passagiers of crew te filmen of te fotograferen zonder toestemming. Dit vanwege privacyredenen. En over enkele ogenblikken zullen wij beginnen met de vliegveiligheidsinstructies. De overige mededelingen doen wij in het Engels. Colleagues are indicating where the lights and nearest emergency exits are located, and the exit might be behind you. Leave all your carry-on luggage behind and follow the instructions of the crew. We advise you to read the instructions on the safety on board card. You will find it in the seat pocket in front of you. And it is now time for the final cabin check. Please make sure your tray table has been stowed away and the back of your seat is in the upright position. Make sure electronic devices are disconnected from the onboard power supply. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. On behalf of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, we wish you a pleasant flight. position. Disconnect your electronic device from the onboard power supply and stow your tray tables. We advise you to read the instructions on the safety of board card again. You will find the card near your seat. In the unlikely event of evacuation, leave all your carry-on luggage behind and follow the instructions of the crew. Ladies and gentlemen, some arrival information. Passengers who already have a boarding card for the next flight can go to the gate immediately. If gate E1, Echo 1 or F2, Fox 2 or D8, Delta 8 is shown on your boarding pass, please proceed to this gate immediately, as additional screening for your connecting flight is required. Gate numbers and boarding time mentioned on the boarding card may have changed, so please check the TV screens to make sure that the information is correct. The gate will close 15 minutes before departure, and passengers who arrive later will not be permitted on the flight. Passengers who do not have a boarding card yet are requested to go to one of the self-service machines. welcome to Amsterdam. Please remain seated. And as soon as the fasten seatbelt sign is switched off, the passengers on the first row may collect their belongings from the overhead bins. Please respect the distance rules and remain seated until the passengers in front of you move towards the exit. Make sure to check the seat pockets for belongings, and please be careful when opening the overhead bins. Hand luggage may have shifted during landing and could fall out. You may also switch on your phone and other devices again. To minimize the spread of the COVID virus, please keep an appropriate distance to each other upon disembarking the aircraft and throughout your stay in the terminal buildings. During your stay in the terminal buildings, you must wear a face mask. Thank you for your cooperation. On behalf of this whole crew, thank you very much for flying with KLM. We hope to welcome you on board again soon, and we wish you a pleasant stay or a pleasant continuation of your journey.
Cabin crew, this is arms flight.